Hi, welcome to Golden Years. This month, my special guest is Kelly Rose Stallard. She's been a good friend for many, many years, and I invited her today because we are going to talk about Danbury Assisted Living, and she is the Business Developer Director. So come on back.
When emergencies threaten, you want to know immediately. In the city of Brunswick, residents receive alerts from Code Red. The Code Red service works with a database of phone numbers of Brunswick residents. Depending on the size and scope of the emergency, Code Red alerts either all of the city or just the part that is affected.
This is a Code Red message from the city of Brunswick.
As a city resident, you also have the opportunity to add warnings about severe weather, such as tornadoes, thunderstorms, or flash floods. If you want to be sure that you are registered, or if you want to add or change your notifications or phone number, we encourage you to visit the Code Red website. You'll find a link to Code Red on the city's website, www.brunswick.oh.us. Just click on the button for complete information and options.
Hi, welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Kelly Rose Stallard from Danbury Assisted Living here in Brunswick. Thank you for joining me this month, Kelly.
I am so excited to be here, Lori. You have no idea.
We have years of history.
Oh, we do.
So we have like a lot of memories between us as friends and assisting each other with our businesses and the roads we went down to help the seniors of Medina County.
Absolutely.
Right now you are involved in assisted livings.
Yeah, so I work with Danbury Senior Living. So this is something that's really interesting, is having independent, assisted, and a memory care neighborhood all under one roof. So it's a philosophy of aging in place. So that way, if someone wants to downsize, quit moving, or doing maintenance like mowing, snow removal, getting on a ladder, cleaning out their gutters, maybe they join senior living as independent.
Okay.
Maybe it's a couple and one of the spouses needs a little more support and, you know, maybe help getting ready for the day, help with dressing and bathing. And then, of course, people that have dementia or Alzheimer's, we have a memory care neighborhood. So it helps support their independence, of course, dignity, respect, and it's a safe and secure environment. So, you know, sometimes our caregivers need help because they are just struggling at doing it alone at home.
And what I learned with our business, it's the children of the elderly who really have to help make the decision, because mom and dad will stay in their house for years.
Absolutely.
They were in that house 60, 65 years and they don't want to move. I mean, I'm in the same situation too. Who wants to pack all this stuff that no one wants? So are you ready to give up your memories, or do you have the energy to pack up all this stuff and say, okay, it's time to move to one floor, one level, no mowing of the grass like you said, no shoveling snow. So do seniors like to jump into assisted living, or do they start out smaller like independent living?
Some do. I mean, for us at Danbury, we have villas, so they're truly independent. 2-bedroom, 2-bath with washer and dryer and garage. And some people are just downsizing and still volunteering, might still be working. And then independent is just wanting to come in and have a little support if needed, or maybe they just don't want to cook dinner. We have a chef that can take care of that. Now we do have, like when you start looking at senior living, you have to really think about what's important to you. And when you start thinking, like just like you said, oh my goodness, I've lived in this house for 65 years. Where do I begin putting it on the market to sell? Going through my cherished items. What am I going to bring? What am I going to donate? What do my children want? But those adult children are so vital with that process, with finding out information. You know, sometimes it's a little scavenger hunt to get all the financial information together. Or if you stop and visit your mom or dad, everything's fine. I don't need anything.
Always.
And then you look in the refrigerator and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a science experiment here. What the heck? Sometimes an incident occurs. Maybe they're not eating right.
Correct.
Not
Pills.
taking their medications properly, and that can cause a lot of confusion. And usually when someone has a skilled stay or a hospital stay, that's when the adult child starts looking more at options for mom or dad and that support, because they're still working a full-time job. They're helping caregive, which is about 28 hours a week. So it's like a part-time job
Oh, yeah,
on top of
definitely.
their hobbies, their family. So it becomes a little bit overwhelming, and you just really want to get that support of people.
And talking about assisted livings, I just worked a short time at Plum Creek Assisted Living. You are working in these people's homes.
We are,
yeah,
yes.
You moved in there, and this is your home. You have your own room, but then you come to your meals. And so, like, we're in your territory, you know? So even though, you know, you are paying the monthly rental, you know, the building is kind of yours. you
And
know?
that's the best thing about senior living. You know, I mean, for us particularly, we have 9 styles of apartments. Some are 353 square feet up to 960. So when we're meeting with families, what is it that your mom or dad need? Because we have so many amenities and common spaces. You can have a small studio apartment, but if you're having friends over or playing cards, there's a bistro you can go to. There's a pub,
Oh, yeah, you have
a
everything.
movie theater, like outdoor patios where you could sit outside with refreshments, play your cards, or listen to live entertainment. So I always say, this is your home and we happen to work here. So it's really driven by our residents of what's important to them. And a lot of times it's, as we've learned in the last 2 years, a sense of community, social engagement, and being with each other. I mean, if you think about it, people that eat with others eat 48% more than if they ate alone.
Oh, true.
That's a big statistics, because think about, I mean, I'm in this situation myself right now, like I'm cooking for one, so it's kind of like, I'll just have cereal, I'll have oatmeal,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we take that out of the equation because we have Chef Tim, who has specials of the day or awesome little desserts, and we have what's called an anytime dining. So from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, you go eat when you want to. So if you're an early bird, you're in there at 7. If you like sleep in, take your time getting up and moving, you could come have breakfast at 10. And then what happens if you had a doctor's appointment or were out with your kids shopping and you come back at 2? If you want to have lunch at 2, you can have it at 2.
Can you have breakfast at 2?
You could have breakfast for dinner. You can have breakfast whenever you want. And that's something that people love to do, is have breakfast for
Oh,
dinner.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, you know, there's favorites, and like, we always ask our residents, what are you hungry for? We've had residents share their own family recipes, and our chefs have made them.
wow.
So, you know, like, gosh, I'm trying to think, one of the things they do, and you know, a lot of things have varied in the last couple of years, but as we get back to a normal
New
life,
normal.
yeah.
New normal.
I mean, our chef grills out on the grill, put the rub on the ribs, the barbecue sauce, which is homemade, slow cook it so it's falling off the bone. And just to make you hungry, I mean, I brought you cookies today, oatmeal raisin that our chef made
And they
this
look
morning.
delicious.
Well, you
delicious.
should try one at some point now or later, whenever.
And look how flaky.
Well,
Do you still have them at the front door when
We-
you come in?
we have them as guests arrive because
Yes.
some of our protocols are keeping things still safe and
Oh, true,
sanitary.
true,
So
true.
sometimes we just individually pack it versus we used to have just plates and a little tong and you would help yourself. But, just to keep all that sanitation and keep the germs kind of down. And that's one thing about our awesome team. I mean, we have great people that work in senior living. And you have to be a special person working in senior
Oh,
living.
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Especially memory care neighborhoods. It's always important to go and tour, see what it's like, look at the activities. I mean, for us, it's important for our staff to stay the same people so it's not disruptive to our residents to constantly see new faces,
True.
especially in memory care. And keeping that structured, we have raised flower beds, so there's that tactile aromatherapy function. So there's a lot of Montessori concepts. So people can feel successful and independent at their ability. So they don't get, where they're embarrassed, maybe they don't remember something. It's just really all about the resident. If you take care of the resident, everything else comes. So with
Definitely.
teams, and especially nowadays with people, nurses and staffing and things like that, I mean, resident care companions, those are people that we have that are so instrumental in getting our folks up and ready for the day, help support them, help engage, and we train. So if you don't have experience, but you have a love for the elderly population, this is something to definitely check out and explore. Come in, talk with one of our resident aid companions. If you're a new nurse graduating from school, come and talk to our clinical team and come in and see what all you want to do. Because the one thing that I'm so proud of is we develop growth in our careers from within. So my new gal at Brunswick, she has been with Danbury for 6 years. She started as a dining server. Then she became a resident care companion, worked as a life enrichment assistant, and now she's doing the marketing and sales. So, that's a big thing when you're looking at senior living.
And she knows the story when she's out there trying to
She's
promote.
lived it. She's
lived it,
done all
yes.
these positions. She understands families. She also understands the residents. And you become like a big family or a village,
you
I
do.
guess. You get to know them and their children, adult children, so
Right.
well.
And it's not for everybody because I went through that experience. I mean, some of these younger kids, they are so personable with the residents. Like even when you're saying waiter and waitresses, there was a young guy at Plum Creek would go up to Mrs. Jones. This is what we have on the menu today. Would you prefer this or would you prefer that? They ate him up. Number one, he was cute.
Yes.
And the lady seniors just loved him. Loved him.
We have amazing intergenerational staff.
It's needed.
We have young high school students that are out getting experience, work experience, and we have people that retired that just still want to interact and engage, but maybe don't want to work a full time. So, I mean, there's just so many opportunities, and the best reward is that resident smile. Like,
Exactly.
they
yeah.
are so fun. So, I love I always ask them what they're up to. What are you doing today? They're going out to the aquarium. They're going to Mapleside Farms. They're going out to lunch.
yeah.
They go do outings and, shopping. Think about in Brunswick, all the shopping. We drive. You don't have to worry about driving. But we still have residents that do. So if they want to drive themselves, they can.
They're on
But
their own.
usually they're like, yeah, I'll take the bus and go check it out. Go
Do you
up
take
and
them to
see shows.
casinos?
Of course, that is so popular. I mean, and there's different ones. So usually, depending on where we're going is the
They
excitement.
pick and choose.
And the residents help us plan where we're going because it's up to them.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to plan things that no one's interested in doing. Food, entertainment, And I would have to say, the casinos are a lot of fun for people.
Oh, my
and they
goodness.
enjoy
Yes,
it.
yes,
And we
definitely.
have some that are close by that aren't too long of a distance away. And like the life enriching activities in senior living are great for people who like to do independent, like puzzles or word searches or independent kind of activities. We have a program that's called.
Wait, hold that thought.
Yep.
I got to take a quick break.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to come back and we're going to hear about the activities.
Okay.
Because in that, activities are so good for their minds.
Yes.
Keeps their minds active. And you, like you said, engaging everybody.
Yes.
So come on back.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You're watching The Bat.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I'm interviewing Kelly from Danbury. And we are about to talk about activities.
Yeah, what's important in life? Food, social engagement, activities, like being with people. And that's one thing that we love to do. So we do happy hour with our food, with our drinks. So we were talking before the break.
Daily or once a week?
It depends on which
Okay, I'm just
community.
curious. Okay.
Some are foodies and some are outies and activities, and it's resident driven. So it's what they want to do.
And bingo, it's number one, right?
Bingo, cards. We have multiple exercise programs, which is very important as you get older
Yes.
because balance is an issue. And every senior I talk to is afraid of falling because once you fall, other things
snowballs.
occur. And so if I would have to say something, keep moving. So we have chair yoga, Tai Chi, Create a Better You exercise program that is specific for people with Parkinson's. And it's good for people without Parkinson's because it helps with balance.
So what percentage of your residents do you think get involved in activities?
Oh my gosh. It depends on the activity,
Activity.
but I would have to say we have people that live entertainment is always crowded. It's like having your own little Blossom concert, you know?
Because you have some residents who live in their room, you never see them, and then you have the residents that live in the community room because they don't want to be in their room.
Yeah.
And then they get engaged in everything.
Just like out in the Brunswick and Brunswick Hills community, sometimes you see a certain neighbor all the time because they're out and
about.
active. And then you see people that are a little more reserved or a little more private. And that's where you have to look at activities. What is of interest to your mom or dad? What is important to them? Because there's a variety of activities that they could do based on their preference.
Yeah, a lot of family members used to say, please ask my mother to come to the activities. You might have to be a little bit forceful, but try.
And, you know, sometimes families will come in and they'll go, oh, my mom will never do that. And then they come in and they're like, where's my mom? Well, she's at this, she's at that. And they're like, oh my gosh, she's so active. And it's great.
yeah.
And that's the thing, like, I think I'm thinking about 73% of the residents, once they came into a senior living community, and this is based on research, not mine, but what I found when I was looking, is their quality of life improved. And why is that? Because someone's cooking for you, cleaning for you, managing your medications, enriching your life with entertainment and activity, and your food.
Yeah,
And you're building
your diet.
relationships.
Oh, yes.
Versus being by yourself in your home where people are periodically stopping in and out, you're with yourself a lot. And then 60% of those caregivers' quality of life improved. And the biggest reason why I share that is caregiver burnout.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I'm thinking respite. I don't know if you've ever utilized that program or seen the
I
benefits.
never have utilized it, but I've heard many of people, because they want to go on vacation. And what do you do with mom when you're away for a week and she's home alone getting into trouble?
Or, you know, maybe you're having a surgery, you're going on vacation, maybe you're just burnt out and you need a break. Respite is awesome. And the reason why I say that is because it gives you an opportunity to test it out without a big commitment. And one thing when you're looking at senior living, you want to know, do they have a minimum stay? Can you come for a weekend, a week, 2 weeks, up to 30 days? That's what we do at Danbury. But some other senior livings might say, hey, you need to stay 30 days. Well, that may be too long for a family. They might just need the week. So for us, it's like we do month to month. So that way there's no long-term lease. We're confident that you come in and once you get settled in, you're going to enjoy it, because most people say, I wish I would have done this sooner. Well, you weren't ready, or you thought about all those things that we talked about earlier, selling the house, downsizing. So respite is that great option. You get to meet the residents, you get to engage with the staff, you get to eat the food and see for yourself. I mean, I could bring you this all day, but if you come in and try it yourself, you might be like, oh my gosh, that was so good. So usually when I talk to families, definitely share activity calendar, especially if you're looking at respite or senior living for your loved one. Activities, food, and they have those readily available. Talk to the nurse, let them know your concerns, because a lot of times we discover there's more to the story that maybe the adult child did not know. Or
because they hide.
Or like in your experience, all the equipment, but they don't use it. And those like, you know, safety pendants and alerts and pull cords, like, I mean, that's one thing that senior livings, you know, accessible shower. Easy in and out. That's the most dangerous room in your house.
Your body changes.
Grab rails, emergency pull cords, easy transitions. And one of the things I would always say, talk with the residents and the caregivers when you tour, because you can read a lot about what's going on. With activity.
Well, and you can see too, if you take a tour and if you come like a busy time, you can see how the people react with the employees and with the residents.
And one of the things that we were so hopeful in getting back to is being able to do community events or fundraisers like we had previously.
You had so many great ones.
Oh my gosh. And the amount of outreach and just coming in and seeing us. I think when people come in, because it's hard to get them to come in, it's like, come on, come in and take a look. You know, we're not going to bite you. We're not going to keep you. We're going to find out what's heavy in your heart, what's on your mind, and what's important to you. Because I can list all the amenities. We have an exercise room. We have a spa. We have a billiards. We have this. We have that.
Whatever they want.
And that may not be important to someone. It might be about care and food and, you know, what they do for fun. And I think that's up to each individual person. And what's great about senior living is there's a lot of options. So go and look and you will feel and know the right fit. And you want to know about pricing, and you want to know how things are, like bundle care versus a la carte, because it's an aging in place. So if you come in independent, you don't have to leave your apartment. You just have services increased as you have needs. Where some senior livings, independence over here, assisted living's over here, memory care's here. So if you come into an apartment, you stay there, because we're doing housekeeping, linen changes, that when you need more services, you don't have to move to assisted living. No one knows what you're getting unless you're telling them.
That's a very good point.
So it's a very dignified, I mean, that's the one thing we always need to remember with our seniors, dignity and respect. They are our elders. They have taught us so much. They've worked so hard to get there. They need to have fun.
Oh, yes, yes.
And enjoy things.
And I want to go back and say that when I said that you're living in the residence, the facility is their home now.
Yes.
Several people, one guy developed his own Bible study. So he's got the residents joining him for a Bible study. Another group decided they wanted to play Uno.
Yes.
So they have an Uno game.
I
like
love
once a week.
Uno.
I know.
I'm so competitive with Uno.
Yeah, so they're asking each other, let's get out at night and let's meet in the community room and do things.
And you know what else they do? Men's group. You know, there's a lot of ladies in senior living. So sometimes the guys just want to get together, maybe talk about
baseball.
Different, of course, sports is always on. And you know, with us, we do a lot of happy hours around sports. So we'll do a Super Bowl party, you know, watching the Guardians, watching the Browns, I mean, and have appetizers and drinks. And that's just so fun. You know, everyone likes to have excitement.
It's a party to them. It's not like they had to be moved into this place and they hate it. They want to go somewhere to love it because that's their home.
And it's their home. They need the help. They need the safety and security. But the one thing I would definitely say is if they need therapies, we can work with home care providers. And if they get to the point that maybe they have a diagnosis that hospice would be beneficial, that just comes right on into their apartment. And they still get to continue to engage and have so much fun with all the residents. And they have that extra support with those services. So it is truly aging in place. And with hospitals and skilled nursing and insurance cutting so quick, sometimes that respite option is great to offer, because if insurance cut and the skilled nursing says, hey, you got to go on Friday, maybe just a weekend or a week might be the bridge you need until your kids get everything in place to go home safely. It's just an option. It's one other thing to think about, and the biggest that I can encourage people is get a plan, discuss it, talk about your wants and needs.
So would you be honest up front and have the children say, we are going to take you to look at this place? Or should they do all the legwork before they take mom and dad to the places?
We kind of have both at Danbury. I mean, sometimes it's the adult child because they're starting to notice mom's losing weight. Maybe she was always very neat and tidy, and now there's things collecting because she doesn't know where to put them. Other times we have the family and the resident come in and they're like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to be. I'm going to start. And they're ready. So it's always emotional decisions. And we always meet families where they're at. So sometimes incidents occur and sometimes they're just like, hey, my husband passed away. I'm ready to go be with people. I miss the interaction. My husband and I were so social and interactive. And since he passed, I'm not as active as I once was. So it kind of helps bring that sense of community and getting involved again. And it's like your neighbors, you know, there's going to be people you love and there's going to be people that you're like, how you doing? And keep going.
Keep on going down the hallway. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for joining us this month.
Lori Beth, you're the best. I had so much fun.
I know, it went by so fast.
cookies.
I'm going to eat all the cookies. So if you're interested in assisted living, check it out. And you could even pull you up online. You could compare with other assisted livings in the areas too. You know, take the road trips to all these different places. You have to make the decision for your loved one or for yourself.
And look now and
plan ahead.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month.